Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's not my channel. Hi guys, Chisom here and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to upskill in Canada, how to get a good job that pays you good money here in Canada. And that is why we have Mimi over here to educate us. Mimi is a successful YouTuber, and if you anything as regards Canada immigration, she's your go-to. So without wasting much time, can you tell us more about how you were able to transition from what you were doing before in Dubai, because you were initially in Dubai before she moved to Canada, and now she's a project manager here in Canada and works remotely even. So you got the deal, so please tell us, how was that process like?
Well, it's not rocket science, to be honest. I think first know what you want to do. So like you mentioned, in Dubai, I was working in a hospital. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. I just worked there as hospital administrator. So more like, handling insurance, payments, it's like you bridging the gap between patients and doctors in the hospital environment, and that was my job. It's obviously something that I had to go to work every day for, and when it was cool then because I also didn't have kids, but when I had my son, I knew that I need something that I can do from home, because I have to, that's the thing about being a mom and family dynamics, right? So I started looking at what kind of jobs are there for people that want to do remote jobs. Now there are two categories of remote jobs according to my opinion, in my experience, so don't quote me. There are remote jobs that are like customer service jobs, okay? Most customer service jobs, you can do it in your house. The company will ship computer and assets to you. And frankly, I did those too. So when I just knew that I wanted to work remotely, okay? So my next step is, how do I get the jobs, right? The remote jobs. So when we got here, I started looking. And those things that they call survival job, I also did them, which is the customer service job. So I got customer service job. The company sent the computer and headsets to me. So I was on that while I was taking my project management course on Google Coursera. So so when you're looking at remote job, there are that customer service remote job. Then there is IT. Also, IT kind of remote job. There are certain fields that you can't do remote. If you're a doctor, for example, why do you want to work remote? A nurse cannot work remotely.
Exactly, you can't.
So you have to be, imagine a lawyer doing remote you have to be in court, right?
Of course.
So certain field, you just not possible. So for me, I knew that whatever career upskilling that I was going to do has to be in those fields where remote is possible. So since I'm not so much into coding and I don't know a lot about that,
same here.
I'm trying now. I'm taking some courses.
Really?
So I started looking at, okay, what's the one that is kind of similar to what I've been doing before? Because even in my previous job, they might not call it projects, but I noticed that I've handled things that like from beginning to end, and there are little projects. Everything is. Then I started learning that everything is actually a project.
True.
When you start taking courses on project management, you find out that all your life you've been managing projects. How you move from Nigeria to Canada is a project. And you are here. So it was a successful project. You had costs, you had timelines on when you wanted to get those done. You had you knew how much it was gonna cost. So those are budgets. You know the things that milestones that you need to meet. So from here to here I need to apply, from here to here I do biometrics, from here to here I need to go and do medicals.
Life is a project.
It's all projects, my dear. So I started looking at it, I'm like, oh, I'm good at, I've been handling projects, so why not? But again, I needed to get the education and I didn't want to break the bank. So what I did was to go on Coursera, pay $65, and then I took the 100-hour Google Coursera course on project management. It's self-paced. It's something you can finish within 6 months. But as an Igbo girl that I am, I didn't want to be paying $65 every month. So I finished it in 1 month, and that's how I got a job.
So now you've actually mentioned like 2 steps. Like first of all, you said, you have to know what you want to do, and at least in terms of project management, and secondly, like go ahead and take courses so you can actually stand a chance to get get jobs for project management. Well, my question now is, many people are watching, but they're not interested in project management, or maybe they want they are interested in something that is remote but not project management. So what other roles, what other like jobs can they look into that can be remote?
So me, personally, I don't like to talk about things that I am not an expert in, right? But general knowledge, most IT jobs, you can either get remote or hybrid. To be honest, now remote is not, like when COVID happened, remote was like the in thing. Right now, most companies that are even 100% remote are asking people to come back. So I'll just say target hybrid role, maybe 3 days in the office, 2 days at home, or 2 days at home, 3 days in the office. So personally, I would say look out for cybersecurity, web developers, those kind of job, IT and business analyst, data analyst. All these jobs you might get. If you don't get remote, you'll get at least hybrid. Yeah, but if you are not in that line, I'm not sure. Let me not say I've not seen, but I'm not sure how you will be able to like say your job is hybrid, because every other, imagine if you work in McDonald's, is it McDonald's? Oh,
anyone.
You have to be there now to serve or to make the food. If you work in restaurants, you have to be there. If you work at the airport, you have to be at the airport. So there are so many jobs. But if like remote hybrid is what you're targeting, if you are not in the customer service or those, like those people, it's still customer service that are replying chats or calls, or calls or those kind of job, then the big side of it is like IT, data, tech. Web developer, business analytics, all these things, cybersecurity.
So they should just take a look at those. So like, do they just apply, look for jobs in companies that like what's the best route to get jobs in those kind of places here in Canada? The
beauty about people that are in tech is, and why I most times regret the school fees I paid in the school that I actually went, is because your experience is valid regardless of where you are. People that are, if you're a tech person in Nigeria, your experience is valid here. Because whatever code, Python, SQL, whatever it is that you are using is the same thing they are using here. You understand? So I think tech people just have a lot of advantage.
To be honest, I think so too.
And so I would say if you're already in that line, to get a job just simply means be searching on LinkedIn or whatever search engine you like and apply. Be bold enough to apply, because your experience is actually valid. It's now up to you to sell yourself when you get an interview and then convince an employer that you do deserve those positions, right? And if you are not already in that line, I would say you do need the education, okay? Because you just can't wake up and start coding or start being a cybersecurity analyst or something. So you are going to need the education. And I think what Google is doing now by putting out all these courses for 6 months out there is just amazing. I call them foundation, but it's good enough for you to get all the knowledge that you need to take you from that point to now say, okay, I want to get, aside getting Google certificates, I want to get, because you can even get junior or entry role with those courses.
True.
I used to tell people, now that I'm here and the few things that I've learned, most times the courses that we're coming to do as masters is even not useful. It's not useful. The short courses that are already out there, certification. Have you noticed that these people, they don't do masters a lot like us? They don't. Your boss in the office has high school, but then he has like 15 years work experience. So they prefer him.
Shade. Your girl is an MBA student.
No.
They've thrown shade at me.
No, I'm about to join you, but I think the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm coming from that society where bachelor's is like nothing. Like you need a master's to say you're educated. So I'm not even saying I'm going to be in that shoe. I'm saying most of the times, I was checking out an MBA school the other day and it was like 40-something thousand Canadian dollars, and I'm like,
it costs.
At the end of the day, I'm not even going to use that. So that's why I'm not even in the web. I'm just saying that to say that there are short certifications
here and there.
That some colleges are offering. Okay, if you're not into this whole online thing, some colleges are offering short certification on how to be. There are boot camps on how to become a web developer, how to become a business analyst.
Yeah, you don't need to do like masters. Like I'm doing an MBA, but I'm already a product manager. I'm not doing MBA because I want to be a product manager.
And there are MBAs. There are people do masters in business, in project management.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you can just read and go and pass PMI.
I did Coursera course. So I did Coursera course.
And you paid how much?
I don't remember.
That's why I was trying to say that if you are not already in the line, get the education, but you don't have to break the bank. Because at the end of the day, most of this company, I've not heard anyone say which school did you attend during the interview. The question they are going to be asking you will be about the job, and if you know the job, you definitely get it. My husband and I used to say that these people, they don't even ask you the certificate, like all these masters that we are bringing. And trust me, I've done quite a lot of interviews. People don't usually ask me which school did you attend. It's almost already like after the job, after you've gotten everything, and then they're asking you to submit documentation for HR to document you and all of that. That's when, and there's only one company that's asked me to bring even my bachelor's.
Wow.
At the end of the day, if you make sense to whoever wants you to work for them, they will hire you regardless.
But I used to think though, like, like as an immigrant now, when you come to Canada, you mostly get maybe like entry level roles, that kind of thing, and maybe on our own parts to now like level up. We might now need to now eventually do that MBA to be able to.
Honestly, I don't think doing an MBA will help you level up. I feel if you come to Canada, for sure you might come into any career through entry or mid-level. But I think if you gather experience, you eventually get to that position that you want. Not necessarily because you've done a master's degree now. It's because you've gotten a Canadian experience, not the degree. Because if that applies, remember when we landed, my husband got a job within 3 weeks because he's a business analyst, right? And it was less than what he was earning from where we're coming from. But he was not bothered. He knew that not having a Canadian experience, they hired him within 3 weeks that we landed, but that's because they know that his experience is valid. An analyst is an analyst, regardless of where you've been working. So he stayed there, he got experience, and he's moved to the second job now that's even like way better than. So at the end of the day, he didn't get any MBA here. He didn't do any this thing. But he's smart. He's been doing certifications. He's taking Canadian certifications as well. So it's not really about doing that master's go. It's about getting the right skills. And I've seen people that in project management, for example, I've seen people that have PMP but have zero, like they can't tell you anything about projects. So now you've got that certification, you don't have the skill. So, but you have people that, they have the skill, but they need the certification to validate that they have that skill. Which is, those people are, for me, the ones that are smart. You're not just taking projects course to say I have project management. Of course, you are going to get knowledge, so that when you're not in front of someone interviewing you, you'll be able to prove that your PMP is not a waste. It's
not a waste. That in summary, that experience.
As a matter of fact, I'm still taking lessons for PMP. I've not done PMP. So only Coursera, and I was able to
even get a job. You see, guys. So I think we've heard it all from, the experienced Mimi.
Just know what you are coming to do. And when you are here, some people get comfortable in survival or menial jobs. Don't be that kind of person.
I've actually heard stories.
Oh yes, people get so comfortable. Like, it's paying my bill, I'm comfortable, I know the job, I've gotten friends and colleagues. And you stay there,
and you just forget that you had goals.
So don't be that kind of person. No. Well, if that's what we wanted, we could have just stayed where we were.
Stay back in Nigeria.
And eating fresh food. Nigerian food is the best.
Everywhere, honestly, Nigerian food is definitely the best.
All right.
Anyway, once again, Mimi, thank you for coming to my channel. She has shared.
You guys subscribe to her channel.
Please subscribe, oh please. We are growing, as you can see.
We're begging.
And I can bring Mimi again.
Of course.
But you have to subscribe.
If this one goes well and you put plenty comments, if we get like 1,000 comments, I'll come back again.
She'll come. Have you heard? 1,000 comments and Mimi will be back on my channel again.
We'll talk so many things.
Yeah, what are subscribers, likes, like what, give them criteria for you to come. 1,000 comments.
1,000 like.
1,000 likes.
Yeah, because I'm greedy, 1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers. 1,000 likes, comment, and 1,000 subscribers.
We don't do anything less than thousands over here.
Over here, per.
Period.
Alright, see you in my next video, guys. Peace.
Bye.
A product manager, I mean, there's a that is the product that you're managing.
Go. So what are those product managers that work in those Google products is what they are?
Yeah, Google has like a plethora, like 5 million products in one.
Yeah.
And what Google does is like they will just give one product manager, just have maybe one small thing that they are managing, maybe one feature. A product manager will just own that one. Like that. But smaller companies, like product managers, will just own like the whole app. You're managing any feature that goes in. All those things.
Alright, let's continue.
I'm even building my own app, so we'll soon go live.
What is it about? My girl. Remember me, your paradise. Remember me.
It's an expense tracker. Like
They don't know.
They don't know what's going on.
It's about to go down.
It's about to go down. I mean, you can already see who is on my channel.
If you are not subscribing, you better subscribe.
Oh my god.
Because it's about to go down.
Andy, we have the one and
let's talk about our topic.
Okay. We have the one and only Mimi. I must introduce you. If you don't know who Mimi is, then I don't know your long thing.
You live in a cave.
You live in a cave.
Nowhere.
So,